Hey YouTube, I thought I would do a tabletop review on the Spyderco Delica 4, which I think is one of the best EDC knives out there, and we'll get into the details of why I think so. If you have other favorite EDC knives, please feel free to share. I mentioned this knife in my review for the Benchmade Griptilian, the full-size model, and compared the grips. And this one I said it has a I forgot what they call it, a multi-directional grip that's incredibly texturized, and they're kind of like these triangular blocks. So when you from the center, if you want to go up, it catches your thumb really well, and on the down, it's smoother, but not completely smooth. And the same thing for down here, when your thumb comes down, where you feel that bit of friction and traction. It's probably one of the stickiest grips that on a folding knife that I felt, and compared to the other Benchmade, where you can just see that even the lack of texturing, there's hardly any depth to it, versus the Spyderco. You can see the depth of the dimensions. It's more drastic. So, but starting with the basics, why I think it's one of the best EDC knives out there comes down to this offering in the VGT steel. It's VG-10 steel. So it's a great EDC type of steel because it's very low maintenance. It's not super soft, it's not super hard, so it's easy to sharpen. And so being a softer steel, right? But it's not too hard where you have to spend, half an hour sharpening it on a stone or get it professionally sharpened. So it's a good balance of hard and soft, and it's corrosion resistant without being something like a CPM S30V. So it really holds the edge really well for your typical chores you would do with an EDC knife, and you don't have to stop midday to resharpen your knife at that. So the steel is really the selling point, and just like the sheep's foot design for the Benchmates, the Spydercos, this is a classic style for them. Really has that pronounced backing with the jimping back here, and just really catches it, has a positive feel to your thumb so it doesn't move forward. Where the Benchmates, they have a slight hump right there, but not nearly as high as. So you see that where your thumb just kind of can roll right over it, as opposed to this more feels like a wall to it. So another reason is it's very lightweight. So if you look at even the thickness of the steel, it's not as thick as the Benchmade, which is fine. And of course, even the steel inserts are not as thin as well. And of course, you have the plastic casing. But this is the second Delica that I've had, and they're incredibly rigid, and they last a long time. So I wouldn't put the weight as a con in. So, but yeah. So yeah, it's not a tactical knife, even though it is black with a black clip that I like. So it's not shiny when you have it in your pocket. But I've gotten away with these liner locks. I do like the Benchmade Axis locks. Just they're incredibly durable, strong, and safe. But this is typically a much louder knife. If a tactical knife is what you're looking for, this wouldn't be it. Like I said, I do like the weight of it, and just to show you a comparison. Let's see. The Spyderco weighs 2.3 ounces, or that's equivalent to 65 grams. Okay, so 65 grams and 2.3 ounces versus a Benchmade Norfolk weighs 3.2 ounces and 90 grams. So a significant weight difference that you would feel whether you carry in your pocket or your shirt. I used to carry a similar knife to the Delica in my shirt pocket on a work shirt style, and it was very comfortable, as is this one. This one, not so much. You feel that drag on your chest pocket. So yeah, your typical measurement is a bit smaller on the blade. Let's see, about 3 inches on the blade. Overall is just at 7 inches, and when it's closed, just at 4 inches right there. So it's a good size. But yeah, for the type of steel, that makes it very low maintenance, and the texturing you have on here, as well as having the rigid steel frame on the inside and being black with the black clip. Of course, you can move the clip to the different spots, but for the weight and the type of steel, that makes it very low maintenance, that you can sharpen it once a month, let's say. I guess depends on use, but typically I found I would do it once a month. And I keep a sharpener, something like this. I'll keep one in both of my vehicles and at home, of course. When you do it a couple times, it holds that edge very well. Much longer than, what is it, that 13 CR MOV steel. So a vast improvement, and the corrosion resistance that you have on the VG-10 steel makes it the perfect steel, I think, for an everyday carry. Very low maintenance, but still can withstand the amount of abuse and all the tasks that you need from an EDC blade. So, of course, and Spyderco too has a very good reputation of making quality blades. So, which it is. It's well put together, comes in a nice box. Not as nice as the Benchmades, but granted, you're paying almost twice as much, and you'd expect something like that from a Benchmade. So, but yeah, and even though it is actually I think one of the best EDC knives out there. Personally, I would say, even though I think it's the best, it's not particularly my favorite. And I think it's the type of the liner lock that it has, or the lock back on here, versus the axis locks, which I think are much faster. And that's just kind of gotten what I used to of how fast they are going out and in. I think the only thing, they're just as fast, I would say, as an automatic knife as well. So if you know how to manipulate it correctly. So yeah. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. If you like it, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll try to get back to all your questions or comments for a discussion or other EDC knives that you guys have. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.